Welcome to the Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. We're here every Saturday to highlight local entrepreneurs and small business owners to learn how they succeed to build their businesses from the ground up, what were their challenges, and what are their victories. And the purpose of this show is to put a voice to local business owners and entrepreneurs so you can contact them for their services. You have an idea of who they are and who you're talking to. When you buy from one of our guests, you are buying from a local business. Jeanette, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. The flu's going around, though.
Yeah, I got a little touch of it, so my voice is kind of, wonky a little bit.
But
That's why.
I'm doing fine. The air is nice and crisp and cool, which is how I like it. I know that our guest that we have coming in today, he's saying it's freezing cold outside.
Yeah. So we have our guest in the studio. He's going to come in, and he owns PFC Quality Painting. So spring's coming right around the corner. So if you have ideas about painting your house or painting, we'll find out what all it entails. Because I know he's had some big jobs. And
I know in the days when I used to get a tax return, the IRS savings account.
Yeah.
Make sure that doesn't happen anymore. But when I would get that money, that was the time that, we would end up getting things fixed in the house or repaired in the house. And I know spring is also when people start thinking about, for those people that are escaping California, selling the house. And I've talked to so many realtors, and what increases the value of the home, one of the biggest ones that costs the least amount of money, I mean, forget the remodel, it's get a paint job.
Yeah.
Get a nice fresh coat of paint, makes the house look nice and clean. And same thing when you have a rental and when they move out, carpets get washed, but then a paint job.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to find out, local business, how they got started. And that's the whole thing. I had a chance to talk to him before we got started today. And I was talking about, when people come into my office, and then I come out and, I'm trying to introduce myself. Say, hey, I'm the agency owner. Welcome to Allstate. They go, oh, we know who you are. We heard you on the radio. Or they'll call and they'll say, is this the office where, it's Jeanette for insurance?
Yeah.
She sounds like she knows what she's talking about. And that's the whole thing. We don't interview painters. So it's so great to be able to have a painter come on the show and really find out what's his background and find out the expertise, the jobs he's doing. And that way, when you're searching for a painter, you can go, oh, yeah, I heard about this guy. Oh, I remember this name. So if you think about getting painting done in the future, I'm looking forward to this, getting to know another business owner.
Absolutely. And it's good to just bring these business owners on. We had Desiree and Ruben from, and I'm drawing a blank on their business, but we had them on, and they use Christian, so it's not just consumers, it's other businesses using
other contractors.
Other contractors too.
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of, instead of, general contractors these days, it's called, from dirt to doorknob, they go in and they end up getting a lot of subcontractors in. And I know that, when you do get on a lot of jobs and get really busy, for other contractors also know, are there painting contractors, licensed painting contractors out there that they can use on their job? And I'm hoping that the economy is going to get better. Better economy means more money's floating around, which means we can spend more money on things. So,
well, I am looking forward to a tax return. I'm still I still get one, luckily. So I'm thankful for that every year.
I always end up owing. So, gosh, yes.
So you're listening to the Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 and the iHeartRadio app. So I apologize, I'm a little bit under the weather, but I wanted to give Marisol Fernandez a shout out from Rooted Movement. I am down officially 60 pounds as of today.
Oh my gosh, the incredible shrinking man.
Yeah. So with Marisol, for me, like I would even do everything she tells me to be quite frank. So
typical man.
Yeah, I know. So she's always telling me like, hey, you need to come into the gym and work out. And it's a 24-hour gym. I just, can't get there, but I got the food part down. Like I've really focused on eating right and putting the right foods in and eating enough foods.
Well, when they were talking about if you really just want to lose weight, it's all about the nutrition.
It is,
but then there's also, because you see all these people like working out and everything else, but then you can also build muscle.
Exactly.
And so if you really want to lose that weight, it's all about nutrition, putting less calories in, I guess.
Yeah. So I wanted to give a shout out to Rick Rick Garcia and Marcel Fernandez, owners of Rooted Movement, and yeah, the gym part will be coming soon. So.
Well, remember how we were talking about Carrie Saturday, 9 o'clock at the Rooted Movement?
Yeah.
And I was going to go down there. Well, guess what? Okay, I'm using the COVID excuse. I slept that entire day. But last Saturday, I even was going to get my daughter to go with me.
Yeah.
And so, but now.
Well, that says a lot for you because you got a lot of energy, and if you slept all day, that's probably because you needed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, so really quick, I wanted to bring up Christian one more time before we come to him in the next segment. But I had him come out to my house, and just to kind of give you an idea of who this guy is. He came out to my house. He looked at my house because I was looking, to maybe have my house painted and get a quote and everything. And he's honest with me, like he told me, like, hey, look, you don't really need one now. Like we can probably talk about it like another 3 years, but right now your paint job's fine. So, and then the funny thing is, he goes, I got a bunch of colors that are good. He goes, if you want cheap colors, your house will look funky, but it'll be like fresh paint and brand new paint.
What, dump stock?
but he, like the quality, I just want to emphasize that, it's just, he's a quality person. He has a quality business. I'm sure he's got a lot of great reviews on. Actually, I'll have Tiffany look up reviews on his website, see if we can find some. Just kind of, yeah. But it just, I've known Christian since 2018, and he's just an incredible person.
All right. Well, I'm just getting excited by getting to know who he is and introducing the Central Valley to a business owner and find out how he got started and what his business is all about. Whether he does he does residential. So does he also do commercial and
he does.
interior and all of those things? So we'll find that out.
Yeah. I know he does commercial because he just got a big job done. Oh, he was telling me, and I can't think of it now, but. So I apologize.
We'll ask him for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell you what. I'm glad you said that, and you can't remember. Are you sure maybe you don't have COVID?
Yeah. I'm a little under the weather, but
the brain fog.
Yeah, I got the brain fog big time. And usually this time counts down really fast. It seems like it's going really slow today, and it's because I'm having a hard time talking. But
no, this first segment is almost all done, and I can't wait to jump into the next segment.
Yeah, so. If you're interested in becoming a guest, you can actually call me on my new business line. I just got a new business number. It's 209-222-8846.
Oh, okay.
And that'll go right to my cell phone. You could best thing to probably do is text me on that number because it goes, it'll basically, I could either read it out. Like you can actually leave me a message and then it'll actually turn into text form too.
And you're working on a brand new website.
Yeah, well, not a brand new website, but like getting it redone. So
refreshed.
So Kirk Gonzalez of his business, I can't even. Oh man, my head is into it.
Vision Graphics.
Yeah, Lightspeed Vision Graphics. Thank you.
That's
that's the one. So he has got the podcasts on it to where you can scroll down and get all the past podcasts, and there's a lot we have to add on there. So. That's going to be Tiffany's job here.
See, that's
soon.
A good thing. It's kind of like, I remember I heard this painter, and now that I want a painter, it might be a couple of months from now. You can go to the website and you can scroll down and then find the podcast on that date and listen to it and go, oh, that's his name. That's his information. I need to give him a call. So
yeah, or you can call Jeanette's office at 209-667-2222 and ask Jeanette, or you can ask me and call me at 209-222-8846.
No, I'd love for them to call my office. You have anything. I mean, that's the whole thing too. There's a wealth of knowledge out there with business owners. And as you get to know business owners, I like business owners knowing other business owners. And it's a good chance I got a guy I can call. So we'll have him coming up next.
All right. So up next, we have Christian Palomares, owner of PFC Quality Painting. Coming up, you're listening to the Small Business Voice on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. Stay with us.
Here we go.
Welcome back to the Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. You can pull up any of our past shows on the iHeartRadio app. Just search and follow the Small Business Voice, and you can like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube. Connect with me on LinkedIn. My wonderful guest host is a fellow small business owner, Jeanette Forni. She owns an Allstate agency at 2012 West Monte Vista Avenue in Turlock, California. Call Jeanette at 209-667-2222 or email her at JeanetteForni@allstate.com. So today's guest is Christian Palomares. He is the owner of PFC Quality Painting. Hey, Christian, really quick, I wanted to thank you. You sponsored me a couple of times in the past. You sponsored our community corner, and I just want to thank you for that. And it's nice that you've had the business come on the community corner, but now it's nice to actually have you here in person, and people can actually hear your voice and hear your expertise. And we've been looking forward to this for a long time. So thank you for being a sponsor in the past, and thank you for coming on our show too.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Really appreciate you guys' time.
I know this was scary for you. And that's the whole thing, people that are business owners out there, you're an expert in your field, but it can be scary coming onto a radio show. So It took how long for to be convinced to come on?
Probably around 2-3 years, maybe. Somewhere in that range. It was to this point, it's just, speaking in public is not a very strong point of mine. I can't talk in person, and people that has met with me, they see me and know who I am, and we can talk really good,
But painting is a solitary thing. I mean, it can be very therapeutic. You start at one end and you finish at another, and you're not chit-chatting when you're painting. So, I mean, it's not a social event to be a painter.
No, it's not, and especially when we had to finish a project, that we had to keep a certain pace on things and comply with the time frame that we gave our customers.
Yeah. Now PFC, what does that stand for?
That's actually just the initials of my full name.
Oh.
Yeah, but I know some people, they were in the military at some point, and I have a lot of respect for them, and they said it is means private first class. So I was like,
nice.
Like it came together like, oh yeah, I'm keeping this.
Oh, okay. So
Nice,
that's a good way for people to remember. Private first class. There you go.
yeah. It's just the initials of my full name.
So Christian, are you? Do you work together like with your wife? Does she help out in the business, or a family run?
Yeah, she helps me out a lot, getting materials and whatever she can do to help, because the main thing for me is that she's got that freedom, because we have 4 kids.
There's no freedom in that. Not just stop it.
You just got the freedom for coming and going as needed.
All the time in the world, eating the bonbons and just I'll take that call. I'll schedule the job, no problem. Wait till she hears this broadcast.
I take care of the majority of the things, but whatever she can do to help out, it's more than welcome help for me, because it is difficult being the delivery guy and the secretary and the scheduler.
Exactly. You need to do what your expertise is, which is painting. So you are a licensed painting contractor. Do you carry everything that you need to carry?
Oh, yeah. When people hire me, they need to have that peace of mind. They're protected. I take care of my customers and I take care of my workers. So given that, something unfortunate happens on the job, I can take care of my people.
You have your general liability insurance. You have your workers' comp.
My customers, they have nothing to worry about any kind of issues arising from an accident.
Yeah. Well, that's got to be kind of challenging too, is having a crew that you have to provide for. Like Jeanette talks about supporting, she's got 8 families to support, and what she means by that is she's, paying, her agents, to do, and that's a big responsibility. And you have your crew, and you're responsible for.
Yeah, that's the same way I feel. Basically, we're providing for 8 families because my workers and me and whoever else is involved, they had to bring food to the table. So we had to make sure that first of all that my customers are taken care of, and also my workers are taken care of. So we need to make sure that there's work in the schedule for my guys so they can stay busy.
That's a big thing. It's slow season right now, right?
Not really for us.
Okay. So what are you doing? Because, I don't see a lot of house painting going on.
Right now we're going to get started on a project in Manteca. It's called Loma Brewing Company.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there is. I don't know if you've been there in the area, but it's outside of Field of Dreams.
Okay,
they're
yeah.
building like a brewery / restaurant there.
Okay, that ballpark.
I think I did see something like that.
Yeah, they're building that place right there, and we're gonna be painting that. So
Are you doing interior there or
interior
exterior?
and then exterior painting? It's
Nice.
it's a brand new facility. So we had to take care of painting all
That's
the.
a big job.
Yeah, so we have that. We have a few interior paint jobs going to a few different customers that we have, and we work for the county, so we're always busy with them repainting the low-income housing.
Okay.
So if somebody, let's say like myself, let's say I wanted to get my exterior of my house painted, even though I've been told by painters, don't get it painted, you have color coat, stucco, they go, you don't need painting. So, but if I was a customer and I wanted to get a bid and have it painted, what's your timeline? Because it sounds like you're pretty busy. Is it like 1 month out or?
So Christian, hold that thought for a second. So you're listening to Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeart Radio app. We're here with Christian Palomares, owner of PFC Quality Painting. He can be reached at 209-900-3758, or you can email him at sales@pfcqualitypainting.com. Go to his website, pfcqualitypainting.com, and you can follow him on Instagram and Facebook at PFC Quality Painting. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, in that case, or in your particular case, I got to tell you right now, I never been a big fan of color code stucco.
Well, okay, no, go ahead.
Well, the thing is, paint protects the stucco. So if you have color code stucco, even though your house looks nice, it's got no protection. It's just the stucco against the elements. So the stucco, well, they use a bunch of chemicals in it, so it's gonna start bleeding out that stuff really quick at some point, and it's gonna start this with discoloration and stuff. But
It has faded. But
yeah, but that's the thing. You have no protection. You don't have any protection over your stucco. It's just bare stucco against
And
the
see,
elements.
we're learning something.
Yeah,
so we
that
have an
is, yeah.
expert. We have an expert here that's a painting expert. And so here again, here's the question. So how far out, if someone wanted to get a bid, find out what they need to do, how busy are you?
Right now, it's not too bad. We're probably talking 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
but it's not like I can call you and say, hey, can you paint my house this weekend?
Yeah, no, it's 4 to 6 weeks out right now, but it's right now. Time is good. We have availability because sometimes usually we are booked like 2 months, 2 to 3 months in advance.
Because people are going to start getting their tax returns. And so,
Yeah.
so if you're out there and you're thinking about, wow, I want an expert. And so I know we want to talk more about the different jobs that you're working on right now, because now you brought up that you both do residential, you do county work, and you're doing commercial work. So I'm very interested to find out, I want a little bit more on your background, like when you got started, and how many crews do you have working? How many employees do you have?
I have 8 painters working for me. So a painting crew is composed of 2 painters usually all the time.
Oh, okay.
So every project it takes 2 painters, whatever time frame it takes. Unless it's a bigger project, then we need more people. Then I have to adjust.
Is it
our
hard to
schedule.
find painters that are reliable? Have they worked with you for a long time? Do you know them? Do you train them?
For the most part, the people that are working for me right now, they're family.
Oh,
so
okay.
you can
Yeah.
you know where they live.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some of them are my brother-in-laws, and some are our cousins. And I need people with me that I can trust. I need.
You have to, yes.
Yeah, we go into people's houses, and I need to know they're gonna be respectful with the person and with their property. I need to make sure that whoever works with me is somebody that I know and somebody that I can trust, because I'm not just gonna send whoever to your house and then something bad happens and I'll be too embarrassed, to show face because you're trusting me with your home. You're entrusting me with getting into your house.
Family-owned businesses. They always say, look for family-owned businesses because you have the pride of the family.
Yeah.
And so that is a really good thing. I have so many more questions I wanted to ask you, but I know that Justin needs to say.
Yeah, I need to say a few things.
Yes.
So anyway, we'll come back and we'll learn more about what you have to offer, where you started, and all that. But you're having fun so far, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Good. All right. This is a bilingual show too, so I speak fluent Spanish. If you want to do it that way, also.
Oh, claro.
See. Okay. Yeah, I think you just caught me in a lie. So you're listening to
No bueno.
So you're listening to Christian Palomares from PFC Quality Painting. He can be reached at 209-900-3758, or you can email him at sales@pfcqualitypainting.com, or go to his website, pfcqualitypainting.com. Follow him on Instagram and Facebook at PFC Quality Painting. So Christian, we got you for one more segment, so we get to learn a little bit more about you. So we're excited. So thank you thanks again for coming on
Thank you so much for inviting me over. I really appreciate it.
All righty.
And you know what? He said he was so nervous. And I mean, you are a little chatterbox.
Yeah.
But see, that's the whole thing. When you talk about something that you're an expert at, and then it's very easy to talk about it. And that's what I try to tell other business owners. Come on out here. We want to find out about you. And if I have these questions, our customers and
there's a lot of people that have the same
out there,
questions.
they have the same questions. And I did have one of my customers come in, and I asked her why she listened, and she says, because I'm always finding out something new. I mean, where do people find out about painting and how this kind of business works? And if you are someone that wants to start this business. So I want to know a lot more about how you got started. And so next segment.
All right. So when we come back, we got more Christian Palomares of PFC Quality Painting on the Small Business Voice on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Marisol Fernandez, your certified nutrition coach and co-owner of Rooted Movement. So today, let's talk about planning ahead. Meal prepping is the key to staying on track. So choose 2 proteins, 2 carbs, and 2 veggies to mix and match meals for the week. If you need guidance, I can help you create a plan tailored to your goals. We're located in the heart of downtown Modesto. At Rooted Movement, we combine practical nutrition advice with movement to help you reach your health and fitness goals. So visit us today at rootedmovementmodesto.com or follow us on Instagram and Facebook to start your journey today.
Welcome back to the Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. Today's guest is Christian Palomares, owner of PFC Quality Painting. He can be reached at 209-900-3758, or you can email him at sales@pfcqualitypainting.com. Go to his website at pfcqualitypainting.com, and you can go to his Facebook and Instagram at PFC Quality Painting. So, Jeanette, you had more questions. Actually, we were talking during the break. You actually helped your ex-husband with his painting business, or with his contracting business, I should say.
Yeah. So the whole thing was, by the time I have 7 kids. By the time the second child, I wanted to be able to stay home with the kids. And his exact words were, "We're going to starve." He's going like, "You what? You quit your accounting job?" And so I said, "No, you're going to get your contractor's license and you're going to start your own business." So he worked as, a painter for someone else. And so it was a tough, but we went from, he was making $18,000 a year to $218,000 in 1 year. But it took a lot of work. And I know we have a lot of business owners out there that are listening to this show. And then we have a lot of wannabe business owners. And that's why, I gave you a little bit of a hard time, because he was a painter and a wallpaper hanger, C33. Mm-hmm. So he, that's what his expertise in. He's not a bookkeeper. He is not the best person to measure out the blueprints and coordinate with the superintendents on job sites for model homes and the decorators and the designers. And I would even go out there with a baby and wrap switch plate covers for all the finishing stuff. So you're going like, well, she's got all the time. But I did all the hiring, the bookkeeping. Well, I'm an accountant. I was an accountant by trade. Mm. So people are out there and going like, oh, well, I know how to paint. I should just start my own painting business. It's not that easy. So I'm always interested. And there are people out there listening right now that I've been working for this guy for years. I'm a better painter than he is. But what does it take? What was the moment you said, I'm going to do this on my own? Because you don't make money right away. And there are pitfalls. And the biggest one was telling him the money that we have left over at the end of the month is not our profit. It is the company's profit. Or if you spend it all, you don't have the money to buy the paint for the next job. So how did you get started? How many years ago, and how did it happen?
Well, I first started as a painter 20 years ago. I was obviously working for companies before. Then at some point in life, I bought my first house. And right after I bought my first house, I realized I wasn't going to make enough money staying as a foreman for one company. So opportunity opened up. Then I started working on the union, the painters union. So I was actually making better money. But then I got sick, and I had to have a surgery on my stomach. So I was out for like, I want to say like 3 months. And after those 3 months, I tried to come back to my job, and they didn't have work for me. So,
and union, it's go sign your name in the union book. And
yeah, it's a lot of stuff involved in working with the union, right? So, I was there unemployed, so I was like, you know what, I gotta get started by myself because if I go work for another local company, I'm still not gonna make enough money to cover all my costs and everything. So that's when I decided. But it wasn't only that. It wasn't just that. I gotta say, like I said, I worked for a lot of local companies, and the thing was that I don't like people being cheated on, you know. And a few of the companies I worked for, you know, I was under the working for a salesperson. You know, a lot of companies have salespersons, and they make money off their commissions. And sometimes,
and salespeople will sometimes say, it's the same thing like in my business.
Yeah.
And that's part of the thing also. You take pride in your business, and part of it is I treat my customers like if I'm selling it to a friend or a family member.
Of course.
And then I hear, you know, all the time, salespeople, they make their money off of commission. So they're going to tell the customer almost anything. And then it lands in your lap to have to fix it or go, well, we didn't say we were going to paint all the railings also for free.
Yes. So, and sometimes that's what happens. At some point, like I said, I was working for a foreman for a local company. I'm not going to say names, but we were painting a warehouse in Patterson. And when the salesperson found out how many gallons of paint we were actually using versus how he bid the job.
He told you to water it down.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't really like a watered down thing because we were using elastomeric paint, but we were supposed to do 2 coats of paint, and he told us just to do 1 coat of paint.
Which means that the 1 year from now it needs to be painted
Yeah,
again
so-
versus a quality
so-
paint job.
So the customer got cheated on, and I don't like that. You know, I still believe on shaking someone's hand and believe their word and believe they're gonna do whatever they said they were gonna do.
You're old school.
Yeah, so I believe in that. I want to believe in that still. So if I tell my customer, okay, we're gonna apply 2 coats of paint, 1 coat of sealer, I want to feel sure that that's what we're gonna do when we arrive to their house, and because that's what I believe is gonna give the most protection for their house if they're painting exterior.
So
or
now that
interior.
you work with your family, and that's very important to you because you say you can trust their work, and you know you can trust your workers.
Yes.
So what did you do? Were maybe like your brother-in-law and family members, were they painters also, and you called them up and says, hey, we should just do this on our own? Or did you start by doing side jobs and all on your own and then getting some help?
So hold that thought, Christian. So you're listening to Small Business Voice with Justin, Duncan, and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. And you're listening to Christian Paul Amaris, owner of PFC Quality Painting. He can be reached at 209-900-3758. Or you can email him at sales@pfcqualitypainting.com. Go to his website, pfcqualitypainting.com, and you can follow him on Instagram and Facebook at PFC Quality Painting. It's like what do you call that? Like it's like every
Cliffhanger.
time. Yeah, cliffhanger.
But-
There you go. Yeah,
But that's
go
the whole
ahead,
thing.
Christian.
There's
Yeah.
somebody out there right now, a painter that maybe feels like you, and they're going like, "But this is my paycheck," but it takes a lot. I mean, I know that being self-employed, yes, you can't be fired and you can't, but that's the whole thing. You have to get up and do it. So how did that happen for you?
That's the thing, and a lot of guys don't understand this part. There's a lot of responsibility. You have responsibility with your workers. You have responsibility with the homeowners or the customers, even if they're not homeowners. So whatever thing that goes wrong in accident, warranties, all that stuff, it falls on you. You're the one responsible. You're the one that has to show face if something was wrong. You're the one that has to take care of whatever happens. So it's not like a regular job that you can show up.
And that's why it's important to have insurance coming from an insurance agent.
Yep.
So make sure your painter has insurance.
That's the thing, because you never really know when something unexpected can happen, with property and everything. And that's your responsibility. It's not
but
just
you can't be there all the time. And I know you can't micromanage even family members. So you have to have that trust.
Oh, yeah.
And so are you on site on the big jobs, or do you make your rounds to all of them? Or
I make my rounds. And if my crew, they need help, one of my crews need help, I'm there to help too, depending on how the job goes, because I have the expertise to.
Are you still painting yourself?
It depends whether I have the time and I'm needed to. But like all my painters are they're very experienced. Actually, that's how I got started as a painter. My brother-in-laws they got me into the trade.
Oh, okay. So
they were
stole
already
them
painters.
away. You stole them away from other painting contractors and started your own business. How
Yes.
long have you been self-employed now?
It's gonna be 8 years already.
8 years.
Nice.
It flies by.
Yeah, it does.
And
It does.
I mean, I am so pleased to hear how successful you have been, and that you're a local business working with family, trustworthy, and you are open to commercial, residential, interior, exterior, and bidding large jobs and small jobs.
Yeah, even industrial maintenance. We can do that. We can paint silos, walkways, handrails, like for companies.
Mm-hmm.
We have the expertise on that too. Two-part epoxy finishes.
Do you do
Rust
parking lots?
inhibitors.
Do you do the parking lots? And
We don't really do that much often. We can do it. It's just the striping is not.
Yeah, the striping,
is not a strong point.
Yeah.
We can do like a small job of striping somewhere if you need it, but that's not our main.
it was same like with my husband. We did the St. Anthony parking lot and the safety yellow on the doors and things like this, but it was not how we made our bread and butter.
No, not really.
What kind of painting do you like the most? Big jobs, or do you like a small job, residential, where it's more personal?
I like both actually. When you do a big job and sometimes you drive by it and you can feel proud of what you did. That's a good feeling. We painted a brand new hotel that's in Lodi, right across from Costco.
Oh, okay.
nice.
Residence Inn. We painted that hotel, and the customer was so happy that they owned the hotel next door, so we painted the outside of that one too.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And then they probably called my husband to railroad all of the vinyl wallpaper down the hallways. You know what? This time it's just flown by, and
It really has, yeah.
and that's the whole thing. We've learned so much about you, family-owned business, and no job too big or too small, and just love having you on, and love that you were once a sponsor of the show too. It really helps Justin and the show.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
No, thank you guys again for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
Fun.
All right, so
Thank you.
So you're listening to Christian Palmeras of PFC Quality Painting. He can be reached at 209-900-3758, or you can email him at sales@pfcqualitypainting.com. Go to his website, pfcqualitypainting.com, and you can follow him on Facebook and Instagram at PFC Quality Painting. Christian, again, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. So if you're looking for a business to be painted or a residential to be painted, you got your guy now.
Yeah,
So,
we'll talk about that color coding stuff.
all right.
Of course.
So you're listening to Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. Stay with us.
Just read your message on my phone. It's turning me on. When you say
Welcome back to the Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. Reach out to us for more information about our featured guests by texting 209-222-8846. And you can always email us at info@smallbusinessvoicemedia.com. Community Corner is brought to you by Lightspeed Graphics, a creative media agency specializing in video and animation. To get in touch with owner Kirk Gonzalez, simply text him at 209-617-2606 or visit his website at lightspeedgraphics.com. So I wanted to bring Rooted Movement up. They got free community classes. Everybody likes free, right? So
Yes, there's the one coming up on macro nutrition.
So, well, let me start. I'll just start at the top. So they got Carry Club, which is Saturdays at 9 a.m., and it's a beginner-friendly community workout. So it's all about building functional strength through carrying various objects. It's not just a workout. It's fun, community-driven. It's a community-driven challenge that tests your limits, and shows you what you're capable of. So join them promptly at Saturdays at 9 a.m. for a 35-minute class. If you're there at 9:01, you'll be turned away.
Oh, really?
No, that's a joke. That's not. No, I'm sure. I know. I still have my wits.
Free.
So yeah, that is free. Yeah.
Right.
So if you want to get to know Rooted Movement, check them out. I'd probably get there about 8:55, but I'm an early person.
Are you going this Saturday?
I don't know. I might because so Saturdays I usually have breakfast with my dad, but he's sick today. So yeah, and his birthday's coming up. We had a big birthday lunch planned for him, but now we might have to postpone that a little bit because
I know. And I gave the whole challenge to everybody out there to go, and then I ended up with COVID. And now this upcoming, this Saturday that's coming up, I'm going to be in Montana.
Okay.
For my daughter's wedding.
Well, congratulations to your daughter.
Yes, an outdoor wedding on a 40-acre ranch in the snow.
Oh, wow. So they also have Ruck with Rooted, and I don't know if this is updated or not, but I'm going to talk about it anyway because it sounds really interesting. So it says Saturday, April 27th. I'm going to see if that date's accurate. And then I got to ask her if they're still doing that because I think it's actually kind of cool. And as I go there, I'll let you know. No, that's got to be an old one. So we'll ask Marisol about that one. That's the one they haven't updated yet. But that one's I'm going to tell it anyway because I know I've heard them talk about it. But Ruck with Rooted, step into a great outdoors and join our community for an invigorating walk through downtown Modesto.
I think they're waiting for the weather. I talked to Marisol. I think they're waiting for the weather.
Are they? Okay. Yeah, because I heard her talk about it before. So you have the option to wear a weighted vest or go body weight as we embark on a 1.5-mile journey at a leisurely pace. For those seeking a faster stride, our coaches are on hand to guide a separate group. Bring your kids and furry friends along for a refreshing stroll through downtown Modesto, rain or shine. Remember to dress accordingly and bring your own backpack. We'll provide sandbags to add weight. And that says join promptly at 9 a.m. I think that's pretty standard. They do everything like at 9 a.m. So
yeah, start the morning fresh. But I'll tell you, if you want a faster pace, you should be my daughter who has a husky mix, and they go for a walk, and it ends up being a 4-mile run every single morning.
Yeah. Well, so I have one of my dogs is a corgi, and he just when he gets outdoors, he loves it. So he's pretty overweight, but he has that burst where he runs. So you have to hang on, and he listens, though. He's like
corgi. I just can't see the burst of power.
Oh, you know what? You'd be surprised. I mean, he's a good dog. My other one's going to be a good dog, too. I just got to work with him.
Okay.
Actually, I need to talk to Susan Simford and Forrest Partum. I'll give them a plug, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got to drop off my little Kona at Susan's.
Yeah, okay.
Canine's on the move.
Yeah.
And they're going to give him like a little shampoo and clip his nails and then keep him for the whole week while I'm gone in Montana. Okay. And he really enjoys it there.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get my dogs over there too. So I've taken Bowie there and he likes it. He's a social butterfly. So, but I need to get the other dog used to going out and he's got his last set of shots this coming weekend.
Oh, yeah, because she makes sure everyone has their shots. And, when I used to bring Kona there, I'd bring the collar with the tags and everything else. But now they have all of his records. So I'm just going to be dropping him off right before I leave on the airplane.
Nice. Nice. So you're listening to Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Jeanette Forni on Power Talk 1360 and the iHeartRadio app. So anyway, I don't know.
How about that macro cooking class? Do you see that on there?
Oh, cooking class. Okay, hold on one second. So they do have classes. So
that's one I want to take. I'm always interested in macronutrients and things like this.
So Tuesday, January 21st, that's going to be after the fact. So never mind. So they do have classes on their website. I'll just say that. So if you go to rootedmovementmodesto.com, you can go to classes. They got yoga classes. They got a picture of Marisol and
And if I'm going to miss that one, I'm going to check the website. Then I'm going to just call Marisol and I'm going to ask her when she's going to do her next class, or so that I can go and get some information on it.
It's a great place to go. I really enjoy going there. So I'm looking for the macro class that you're talking about, but that might be under nutrition. So
you say you really enjoy going there. I remember you at the top of the show, you were saying you've been kind of like slacking off and not going.
Yeah,
I'm just calling you out on it.
So if you go to nutrition, empower your health journey. At Rooted Movement, we offer personalized nutrition plans, expert dietary consultations, and engaging workouts designed to educate and inspire. Whether you're seeking to manage your weight, enhance athletic performance, or improve overall wellness, our tailored approaches provide you with all the tools you need for sustainable success. Let us guide you towards a healthier, more vibrant life with our evidence-based strategies and continuous support. So you can purchase a session online. So that's available.
And that really helped you lose your weight, right?
It
Was the
did.
nutritional part, and they customized it to you because at the time you were doing like long haul.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. Same thing like, well, when I'm in the office, it's like someone puts, crazy glue on your seat and you're there until it's time to go home because you're stuck with the phones and the computers.
Yeah.
And my staff, they're so helpful. They go, oh, I'll get that out of the copier. And I'm going, no, it's my only time to get 5 steps in. So if you go to nutrition, they'll have a personalized macronutrient calculation and you can purchase macros there, which I don't even know what macros are, but I just say the word. But yeah,
anyway,
macro, and then there's micronutrition. It's like
okay,
different food groups that, yeah.
So tier 1, individualized one-on-one coaching session. You can purchase that first tier if you'd like to. The second tier is nutrition coaching with unlimited tech support. And Marisol has been really excellent. Like every time I had a question or anything like that, she's like very, very responsive.
Yes, you called her from the drive-through and said, "So, what can I get on the menu?"
Well,
right?
well, kind of, yeah, because I go to Jack in the Box quite a bit, and when I went to Jack in the Box,
was there anything healthy on there?
Well, I never ordered anything healthy until I talked with Marisol, and then she said, if you go to Jack in the Box, because it's on the way to Oregon when I'm traveling, so when you go to Jack in the Box, get 2 chicken fajita pitas by himself. So I just been doing that. It's filling, and I'm usually good to go after that. So transform your nutrition master and master your macros. So. I don't see any classes on that, but I'm sure if you contact...
I'm going to have to ask her.
Yeah.
There's something I'd like to go and take, maybe bring my daughter because she's trying to learn new things too because she's married and they're super health nuts. And yeah. Yeah,
so I'll just give their website, rootedmovementmodesto.com. They got training programs, nutrition, classes. You can create an account, so... You can log in if you need to. So pretty simple. They got pictures. It's really, really nice. And they got a great gym too. So anyway, Jeanette, I just want to thank you for joining me today. And I am going to close the show. So if you're a business professional seeking networking opportunities, feel free to reach out to me at 209-222-8846 or drop me an email at info@smallbusinessvoicemedia.com. Let's connect and grow together. Thank you for tuning in each week, and we look forward to having you back next week. A heartfelt shout out to our dedicated producer, Mike Murray, and the general manager at KCBP, Jim Costello, for their invaluable contributions to our show. We also appreciate the hard work of our intern, Tiffany Alex, and Kirk Gonzalez from Lightspeed Graphics, Video, and Animation for capturing and inspiring guests and their stories. If you're seeking assistance with digital marketing, don't hesitate to reach out to Kurt at 209-617-2606. or via email at kurt@lightspeedgraphics.com. Thank you, Jeanette, for joining me today on the Small Business Voice. And remember to join us Every Saturday at 11 a.m. as we dive into the minds of local small business owners and even more insightful discussions. And a special thanks to our guest, Christian Palomares, owner of PFC Quality Painting, for joining us today. Now, let's take care of business.